What is up, scent heads, smell beast, and frag freaks? It's your boy. My name is Mega Dave, and this is Oh So Fresh. This is my weekly, bi-weekly. I don't know how many days a week I'm going to do this yet. I'll figure this out. But this is my YouTube channel, sharing my love, my experiences of fragrances. We all love them. If you're watching this, you're probably here because of this, or you've probably seen me in FragCom talking about this, because obviously I'd like to share this with everybody. It's something that I love. I used to have a sneaker channel reviewing sneakers. Fragrances is another one of my loves that I absolutely love, and especially today I had to do one because everyone's going to do it really soon, and I wanted to be one of the first ones to talk about this because I'm sure it's going to explode all over FragCom, and it's by, I would say, my favorite house right now, and I have a lot of top fragrances: Creed, Joe Malone's, Mancera's. This is no lie one of my top fragrances, and it's by a house that generally is known for doing inspired expression colognes and fragrances, or clones, whatever you want to call them. And it's by Dua Fragrances. They have a new bottle that came out, I think it was released on the 2nd, and it sold out in like an hour. I was able to get my hands on quite a few bottles, and I feel very lucky. I got it yesterday, midday, sprayed it on immediately. I was like a little kid in a candy store. As soon as I got it, I tore one of the bottles open so I can get my hands on it, get, more importantly, my nose on it. And then, surprisingly, I got my eyes on it, and I was really impressed, and I'm going to show you guys. But I wanted to, know how the longevity was going to last, and all of that. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But first, before we do that, I wanted to talk about the man that owns the company. Masam Raza is his name. I found Dua Fragrances on Facebook, and I was pleasantly surprised by all the people. Everyone's cool, and we all trade and talk about Duas. But the man himself, he's super busy. He's always selling himself to us and offering us new fragrances that we want. He asks what we want, and obviously, as a business owner, that's what you want to do, is make your people happy. But he generally cares what we think. And I think we all in our accordance with that he actually asks and delivers on what it is. And he has become explosive right now with these hybrids, even tribrids. I'm sure he's going to do some type of quadrid or something like that in the future. But he's taking the best fragrances on the market, and a lot of us are already laying them anyway. And he's putting them together, and they become phenomenal. I'm going to talk about a bunch later. This one is his own interpretation, but he absolutely nailed it. Like I said, I got it midday yesterday. I wore it all day, and then I'm going to do a kind of an unboxing today and do a first impression with you guys so you can know what it is, because a lot of people are asking what it's like compared to the original Supernova, which, if most of you don't know, Supernova is an Elysium clone. It's a great fragrance by itself. This citrus has exploded all over, but those bottles are astronomically high. You can find some on FragCom for a lot better than you will retail, but this is that expression that he did and is so popular, if not one of his most popular on his site, other than a couple others, which later on I'll get to in another video. But this one we're going to talk about is Supernova Cologne. Sorry, I couldn't get it to focus there. First thing first, Dua is not known for fantastic presentations. Not saying they're bad, but they're usually run-of-the-mill. It's a nice little glass bottle. The sprayer is decent, but the packaging is just a piece of cardboard, and you get it, you open it up, you throw it away, because who cares? But look at the box on this thing. So they this is the first, far as I know, 100 ml bottle they do, that he's done. Look at this. You open it. Look at that shine. It's gorgeous. It has a nice foam. It's meant for it. So the presentation itself is great. It's very high quality. So he spent some money, and then the bottle itself is just a beauty to look at. The big, proud Dua on it. It's got all the stuff the big dogs have. He really went the extra mile with this stuff, and whew, oh baby. But the bottle is gorgeous, so it's gonna look great next to even all of your other niches or your designers, you know, it's gonna hang right in there, and you're gonna be very proud to have this in your collection. Not that you wouldn't anyway if it was a disgusting bottle because of the juice inside. Let's get to that juice. So from my impressions, and I'm gonna spray here on this piece of paper. Whew. That first blast, and it sticks with you for a very long time, which we all know if you've had Elysium or the Supernova in the past, is that grapefruit. It is very unapologetic. It gets in your face quickly. And the difference between this and the regular Supernova, this is the cologne version. This kind of rounds out those edges. The original Supernova, the original Elysium, has that bitter, tart, almost very stingy to the nose, like grapefruit skin, right? And this is more rounded, and you get more citruses out of it than the original. It is so good. Yeah, the citruses come through, you know, the grapefruit. The lime comes down a little bit later. I think the lime is pretty high up there in the top notes. That stays in, and it gets a little sharper too as the fragrance dries down a little bit, even as now the lime's popping through. Whew. Bergamont's there, and they are so good. So this one couldn't have been at a better time. I live in a cold weather climate right now in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but once the spring gets here, once the summer gets here, this is going to be probably one of my main go-tos. And I have, you know, the Cedric Boisés and all those. This one is a killer. This one is a stud. As it's drying down now, you start getting a little bit of that rose. Just that citrus is so powerful and so refreshing. Some jasmine is in there as well, so it is a great fragrance, and something I was very impressed with by wearing it yesterday. I got about 3 hours, 4 hours of projection on my skin. I have different skin than everybody else. I'm Hispanic, so we tend to have oilier skins, and things don't last as long. But I got 3 to 4 hours projection, skin scent after that with a nice little bubble. I've got about 8 hours out of this, which is saying a lot for a fragrance on my skin. Even, you know, these Beasts, Creeds, and all those, they don't last. And that's something that they strive, Massam and them, they strive to do a fragrance and make it better in the longevity than these other companies do. And I applaud them for it, and I'm very thankful that I found this house. It has been a godsend. I bought a ton. I spent a ton of money with them as well. And I'm going to do some other heavy hitters from their house. I've had for a while, and some of the newer ones that just came out. I want to keep doing these, but I wanted to share this with you. So you guys that are asking, whew, yeah, see some of that rose is coming through now, that benzoin. And then when it does dry down, because I did give it a full time to dry down yesterday, you get that citrus is still in your face for the most part. That grapefruit, that lime, some of that rose, some jasmine. So a little floral in there. Nothing overpowering or anything like that, but it does help soften it a little bit, like I said, versus the normal Supernova. And then you start getting some of that. Whew. See, I don't have any of that leathery note that you get when it starts drying down and becomes a skin scent. You get that cedar woodish. You know, it just takes a little bit off of that and makes it a very inviting scent. So overall, this is a fantastic, fantastic fragrance. I am so happy that I got my hands on a few of these. I grabbed some backup bottles. As far as I know, this was out of stock as of today. He's put up some things that there may be a restock January 12th. That may not happen. I think there's some customs issues, so it may get pushed back. So I bought a few. These sold out, like I said, a couple hours if I'm not mistaken, and I'm sure this next batch will sell out again. So I would recommend getting your hands on this, or better yet, your nose. If you don't have a bottle, I guarantee there's some people that are already decanting this into 10 mLs. Get your nose on it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna thank me, and more importantly, you're gonna thank Massam and them for bringing such a fantastic fragrance to us. Citrus Burst, if you are a fan of citrus, this is going to be your go-to. I'm just telling you. I know, even out of the bottle, when this spring and this summer hits, you don't want to be left without this fragrance. I'm telling you. I don't get anything for this. I buy all my bottles. you know, I missed out. He did like a 20 person $100 gift card, which he didn't have to do. I didn't win it, of course. But I buy these. I love these. You're going to love it too. I'm just telling you. If you're a fan of citrus, if you're a fan of fresh, you're going to love this. So get your hands on it. Thank you guys for coming to see me. You're going to see me more. I'm going to do a bunch more of these duos, a bunch more of these houses that I love. The next one I'm going to be doing is, actually, I'm not going to tell you. Leave a note in the comments here. You know, if you're watching this, I thank you. What fragrance you want to see. I kind of have an idea what I want to do. What do you want me to see review next? I have hundreds of fragrances, but strictly with Dua, tell me what Dua fragrance should I review next. Thank you so much. I love you guys.